Hey everyone, my name is Gerry Robert, and I'm the author of several best-selling books, including Publish a Book and Grow Rich, and maybe you've heard of this one, The Millionaire Mindset: How Ordinary People Create Extraordinary Income. I'm thrilled you're here today because I'm going to show you how I can create seminars that generate over $1 million in a single event. I want to talk to those of you who are serious about finding out how you could go to the next level financially. I want to talk to you about a seminar I'm doing in your city, and I want to invite you to come because it's free. It's a fantastic event for those of you who are serious about going to the next level financially, because I'm going to provide you an anatomy of a Gerry Robert $1 million seminar. This is a play-by-play event that you're invited to. I want you to come if you're serious about profiting from the knowledge industry. The knowledge industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you can cash in on it right now. As I've said to you, I travel all over the world. I've spoken with all of the biggest guns in the world. I open routinely for people like Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vee. I've been doing that for 30 years. I, on a number of occasions, generated over $1 million in a single seminar. I'm here today at this event in Montreal, Canada. I was just in Malaysia and Singapore and Australia. I travel right around the world. I've taught over 3 million people. I have a very unique opportunity for you if you are ready to learn how somebody generates over $1 million in an actual seminar. We're going to take it apart when I come to your city, and I want you to come. Now, I want to give you a warning. I'm not saying at all that you're going to make $1 million in one seminar. But there may be some value in you learning from somebody who has done it a number of times. Listen to what some of the people who have been to some of my seminars have said about what they have learned. Listen to Wilfred from the Netherlands.
Do you know that only 25% of all the people that see you on stage instantly will like you? So you have to work very hard for the other 75%. Hi, I'm Wilfried Leithart. I'm the author of the upcoming book, The Secrets of Digital Marketing, and I'm also the founder of Digital Blacksmith. I met Gerry only 3 months ago when I signed up for the Instant Author Program, and 1 month ago I signed up for the Speakers Roundtable, and it's been an incredible journey for me. He gave me a chance to speak in London, and I got incredible knowledge and tips and tricks. He actually went in detail over my presentation, and I need to smile more, for example. I try and do my best, but the most important thing is I made $10,000 off that speech. I signed up 3 people for my coaching program. He gave me a chance a week later in Stockholm to do it again, and then I signed up 5 people because I still tweaked and adjust my slides with the tips and tricks I got from Gerry, and I made $15,000. So I basically made $25,000 in 1 week, and for me that's incredible. And thank you so much, Gerry, for getting me one step closer to my financial freedom.
You see, having generated over $200 million in my seminars over the past 30 years, I think I can help you, like I help Wilfred, cash in on the information business. The knowledge industry is booming, and you have an opportunity to take part of it. But I'll tell you something, I'm coming to your city, and the information you're going to get at my event, the science of seminars, you will not find anywhere else. I want to work with some of you who are not willing to play at a small level anymore. Listen to what I was able to do for my friend Rod Smith, who's with the Denver Broncos, a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Listen to his advice about attending this event that I'm inviting you to.
Hey guys, 2-time Super Bowl champion and author Rod Smith here. Whether you're playing football or building a business, we all know that coaching is vital to your success. My good friend and mentor, Mr. Gerry Robert, has been a coach and mentor for helping people multiply their business for well over 30 years. And we all know if you want to be the best, you got to get coached by the best. So make sure you do not miss the event with Gerry is hosting. I can tell you right now, it's going to be life-changing. It's going to be an eye-opener. And you're going to learn some tips and strategies you could never even think of, but that's why using your coach and your mentor's experience is very vital. My upcoming book, The Rod Effect, I actually partnered with Gerry Robinson and his company to put 45 years of my thought process in a book to be able to help transform a lot of people's lives. You know, I grew up in the projects on welfare, food stamps, whatever you want to call it. And I took myself from zero to making well over $30+ million when at one point in time in college, I was a janitor. Okay, so I took these 8 principles that I learned to go out there and conquer that industry, and I applied them in 4 other industries, and I made over $1 million in every one of those industries. So I can tell you right now, make sure you check out the book, The Rod Effect. Nothing else. Make sure you get yourself in that room with Gerry Roberts. Thanks.
So life-changing is what this event I'm inviting you to experience in your city. But you got to act fast. Listen, if you're going to have a life-changing event, you got to move into action. I know, because I grew up in poverty. My parents couldn't even provide the basics of life, like food and shelter, without government assistance. And yet, in the past 25 years, I've generated over $200 million from seminars. I have routinely brought in over tens of millions every single year. There are less than 20 speakers on the planet who make more money than me. I grew up in poverty, but now it's a completely different life because I went to a life-changing seminar, and I want you to attend. At this seminar, we're going to deconstruct a $1 million seminar. I'm going to cover several different things. I'm going to show you all kinds of hidden things on how those of us who play at the highest level, and I open routinely for people like Tony Robbins and Nick Vujicic and Gary V all over the world. If you want to learn how we do it, do multi-million-dollar seminars, you gotta come to this live event in your city. And the best part is, I'm not charging you a penny. Now, you're gonna learn practical, in-depth information. There are 4 main modules we're gonna cover. The first one is how to build a big ticket, high-priced seminar. How to build it, what to talk about, who to go after, how to position it. Then I'm going to talk to you about how to fill it. It's good to have a great seminar, but if you can't fill it, it's of no value. I'm going to talk to you next about how to run it. Everything that happens here tonight, this place is going to be jam-packed. We will generate hundreds and thousands, and possibly even 7 figures in this event. You got to learn how to run an event like a superstar runs it, and that's what I'm going to show you. The next thing is follow it up. What do you do when people come to this event? And so you're going to learn lots of different things. Under the Build It section, I'm going to talk to you about what topics do I recommend are the highest grossing topics today. I'm going to talk to you about who buys and who are the best customers to go after. How to select the perfect prospect that fulfills your purpose, but also your profit. I want to talk to you about so many things about building it. Then I want to talk to you about how to fill it, because filling it is critical. I'm going to show you how I advertise. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to make a 7-figure seminar, but I'm telling you, if you're going to learn how to do it, don't you think you should learn from somebody who's actually doing it on the highest level instead of all these amateurs that are on the internet? They give a couple of speeches and they think they're experts. They're not experts, they're rookies. Instead, you should learn from somebody who advertises all the time. I'm going to tell you that this is our Facebook spend page. This is from Facebook. You'll notice that I've spent $4.8 million and over 222 million impressions. So I know a thing or two about how to advertise. Now, you may not play at my level. I get that. But if I can show you how to advertise and fill your events in a different way, I think you'll be very happy you did. Next, you got to learn how to run your events. Listen, if you're going to make huge money in the seminar business, you got to learn how to do it well. You got to learn about such things as modulation, as dress, as gaining attention, as keeping attention, as creating a stampede at the back of the room. How to sell high-ticket items, how to craft the right offer. I'm going to talk to you about how you seed the pitch. I'm going to talk about overcoming every single objection. I'm going to talk to you about how do you convince skeptics who are resistant to your offer. I'm going to talk to you about how to convert higher numbers. All of these things are critical. And I'm going to introduce you to several people who've actually done it. People like Trayvon, who had never really spoken a lot, and he got so good, so fast, so well, that he was invited to speak on the Think and Grow Rich tour. Imagine that. And the last major module is follow-up. Because once people come, a certain number are going to buy, but a certain number need to buy at another time. And so I'm going to talk to you about the exact sequence I use to follow up after the event. We're going to show you what to say and how to follow up and how to keep the sales going. I'm going to help you avoid the cancellations that are so common in the seminar business. I'm going to show you how to upsell. after the event. Maybe even things about online courses, for example, how to create a framework like this, which serves as a way to attract customers. But let me tell you this, and this is critical. I want you to think about this. This is going to be fantastic for anybody who has felt overwhelmed about what to teach, who to teach it to, for how long, and how much to charge. If you've thought, listen, I'd like to be a speaker, I'd like to be a motivational speaker, I want to be the next Tony Robbins. If that's you, I'm saying if you've been overwhelmed in the past, you're going to love this event I'm inviting you to. You'll love this if you've ever been frustrated after buying seminars and coaching, and you go to these seminars by these so-called gurus who've really never made any money in the seminar business themselves other than teaching you how to make money in the seminar business. If you've not had actual result change, then it's time to come and see what kind of offer we have at the Science of Seminars. You'll love this if you've been disappointed by failure, even spending a bomb on getting your hopes up in the seminar business. You try and it didn't work. Listen, if you've tried and it didn't work in the past, work with somebody who does it at the highest level. I'm a coach to some of the highest income earners in the seminar business, and I want you to be my next superstar. This works fantastic for those of you who have ever tried to implement slimy, sleazy, manipulative techniques that are not you. I'm not saying you need to be me, but you need to get your message out. You have learned lessons in life that other people need to hear, and I want you to figure out how to capitalize on that. I'm going to show you how you can successfully discover the insider secrets at this event I'd like you to come to. I want you to leverage my experience. You see, why not learn from someone at the top of their game? I want you to avoid the mistakes that so many people have made. And I coach some of the highest speakers that you know, and some of you know them very well. Now, I can't tell you who they all are, but some of them are huge. Some of them walk on hot coals. Some of them have rich dads. Some of them have poor dads. I can tell you this, that there's a lot of the highest, most well-known speakers in the world are my clients. And people like Peng Joon, who's the hottest speaker right now in the area of internet marketing. He is everywhere, this guy. And his rise has come by having coaches and doing what they say. Getting proximity to people who've done it is your key to success. Are you going to sit on the couch, or are you going to go and learn from somebody who makes tens of millions a year? Even though I got kicked out of school when I was 15, even though I started with nothing, I'm telling you, you can make a lot of money in the seminar business if you're willing to learn the inside scoop. And that's what I want to give. That's what I've done for him. That's what I've done for others. And that's what I want to do for you. If you're willing to register right now, the results can be phenomenal for you. If you look at this one example, one person in our seminar had 174 people she presented to. 50 appointments were booked. Out of the 50 appointments that were booked, she got 15 people into a coaching session. 7 of them bought. That's $21,000 in one event. I'm not saying you're going to make $1 million. I'm telling you that if you use our approach, and our approach is very unique, it's very different, and it's time for you to go to the next level. Are you ready? Then get a pen, get ready to take some action on registering for this event. Our approach is very different. We will teach you on this event that I'm inviting you to now, our front end and our back end. That's a front end speech that will drive people to a back end event. It's the back end event that allows you to sell a high ticket item, a high end item, or a low end downsell. We've got a very unique way of doing it, and it works like magic. These are the results from a seminar I just did last weekend in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. I did pretty much the same thing the weekend before in Singapore. I'm going to do the same thing this weekend here in Montreal. And we've got teams of people who are out doing seminars. You're going to love coming to my event. I invite you to come, invest a day or two, find out what you can do, find out what the top people in this industry are doing, and see what can happen to your life. What if you could do this? Not $1 million. million, not 300,000, but what if I could show you easily how to make 25,000, 30,000? I've got all kinds of examples of people who do it all over the world. That's why I'm excited about coming right to your city. Myself and my team are going to be coming there. You're going to have an opportunity to learn and to grow and to stretch. Very practical event, but you got to play the game full out. When you do that, your whole life can change. This is Rajiv from India. Listen to the results he was able to create after starting to work with us.
Hi, this is Rajiv Talreja, the author of the international bestseller book Lead or Bleed, published by Black Card Books, as you can see. I know for a fact that when I was sitting there in that room in October 2014, by this time, my brain was ringing. I was like, oh my God, there's a world of possibilities out there through a book, and this book can truly change my life. Very honestly speaking, I wasn't doing that great as an entrepreneur, as a trainer and a coach. I had a lot of job satisfaction. I loved training, I loved coaching, I loved teaching people, impacting lives. But I was suffering like most trainers and coaches do on the marketing side of my business. I was sitting through the boot camp with mixed emotions, very honestly. One, I was excited about the possibility of writing a book and what it could do to my business. And two, I was nervous as hell. I was nervous as hell because I knew I needed the support of Black Card Books to churn out a world-class book which will take my life and my business to a whole new level. But I was in fear because I was in deep debt. That night I couldn't sleep. But something happened through that night. I woke up in the morning and I made a decision that I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to take the support of Black Card Books and Gerry's mentoring to churn out a world-class book. And I did not have the financial resources. I did not know how I would do it, but I knew why I wanted to do it. I knew that this was my only opportunity to get out of a business where I was fighting for survival and get into the big league of becoming a speaker, a global speaker, a trainer, and a business coach. And I made the decision. I took the support of Black Card Books. I joined their entire publishing program. And you know what? I always have to pinch myself to actually realize how far I have come, how my life has turned around thanks to this book, thanks to Gerry and his team for actually bringing out the brilliance that was inside me through a book. And this has totally changed my life. I speak at National Achievers Congress every single time it happens in India. I'm due to speak at the National Achievers Congress in Manila later this year. I'll be sharing the stage with Robert Kiyosaki. I've shared the stage with legends like Brian Tracy, with Dr. John D. Martini, Dr. Dennis Waitley. So my branding as a speaker is now at a global level. And through my programs, I've impacted the lives of thousands of entrepreneurs. I've taught them how to build a business which can grow without them. Financially, my life is transformed. Now, over a weekend, I do about 120 to 150,000 US dollars in a weekend. And I look back that in that moment, I had a loss of 120,000 US dollars. And now in a weekend, I do 120,000 US dollars. In the same way, you have no idea for the quality of support, the quality of mentoring that Black Card Books and the entire team of Gerry provides. It's phenomenal. I mean, and thank you, Gerry, for being who you are, a phenomenal mentor, somebody who always kicks you on the backside. Funded. How can I forget Funded? Thanks to the strategies I learned from Black Card Books, I was able to pre-sell 3,000 copies of my book even before the date of my book launch. And that generated a revenue of 35,000 US dollars, which was phenomenal. I wasn't doing 35,000 US dollars in my training and coaching business at that point of time.
So I'm not suggesting, and listen to me carefully about this, I'm not suggesting that you're going to make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. That's not what I'm after. But I want people who have a desire to speak. I want people who are not going to get scared off by my numbers. Listen, I'm not blowing smoke here. I'm telling you that making 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 in a weekend is very possible. Even though you might not know how, even though it might be scary for you to think about playing that, or you think you never get at that level. My suggestion is that you take action. Register for this event. I don't know when me or my team are going to come back to your city. Listen, it's a big world. This is in absolute demand. These events are sold out. But if you register, you make sure to show up. I'm telling you, this could be the game changer that Super Bowl champion Rod Smith talked about earlier, to change your life for the better. But you got to do something. You know what you got to do? You got to get off the nail. Let me end with this. A man was walking down the road one day and he heard a dog crying. And he went to the owner and said, "Sir, there's something wrong with your dog. He's crying like crazy." And the man said, "There's nothing wrong with my dog. He's just a dumb, lazy old dog." He said, "Well, why is he crying? Is he sick?" "He's not sick. I told you he's just a dumb, lazy old dog." And then he said this, "Well, why is he crying so much?" And he said, "I'll tell you why he's crying. And this may be something you can relate to a whole lot. And it's this." He said, "The dog is sitting down on a nail. And the nail hurts him enough to make him cry and complain, but it doesn't hurt him enough to get off the nail." Is it time for you to get off the nail? Nothing happens by accident. You're watching this now. You've watched this entire video. Now it's time for you to act. Grab yourself a seat at this prestigious event. Come early. Get ready to be completely challenged. Get ready to move to the next level. Learn from somebody who's making tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions over the last several years, and get ready for you to change your financial world. Get ready to influence people based on what knowledge you have. You don't have to be a PhD. You don't have to be a multimillionaire. You have to have had life experiences. And some of you have paid dearly to learn what you've learned in this world. Now it's time for you to act. Get off the nail. Move into action. Register right now for this event and watch your life and the life of other people that you're going to touch change forever. Thank you.